Hi everybody, I'm Victor Brick, and welcome to September's Good Old Uncle Vic. Boy, that hurricane was really something, huh? Hurricane Irene. Makes you almost forget that we had a earthquake right before the hurricane. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, it really wasn't what it was cranked up to be. But I'm sure if you were one of those unlucky few who had a tree fall on their house or who have been without power for the past week, you're not saying that. All things are relative. Now, the most important thing, of course, is what did we all learn from this experience? And here are the 10 lessons that I learned from Hurricane Irene. The first lesson I learned was respect nature. If you look at the fatalities caused by Irene, some of them were caused by people surfing in high surf, swimming in rough surf, walking and having a tree fall on them. Why would anybody be out in rough surf, and why would anybody be out walking unless it was an emergency or they had to go to work or they were a nurse or a doctor and really had to be on duty? And a lot of these people did not respect nature. And you have to respect the power of nature because nature will not respect you. Lesson number 2 is be prepared. My parents-in-law lost power and tried to start a generator that they had not used or serviced in 4 years. And fortunately, I'm a mechanical genius. And with a little help from my brother-in-law, Richie Hartman, a little help, we were able to start the generator and they were able to get back power. The time to prepare for these things is before they occur, not after the fact. Lesson number 3 is stay calm. You can't think if you're not focused. And worrying and fretting is nothing but wasted energy. Lesson number 4 is stay positive. I truly believe there is something called the law of attraction. And that is, if you expect negative things to happen, they probably will. In the same regard, if you expect positive things to happen, they probably will as well. That being said, remember lesson number 2, and that is be prepared. Lesson number 5 is keep your sense of humor. Believe me, you're going to be, if you've lost power 2 months from now or 2 years from now, you're going to be telling stories about how you lost power. And instead of having lost power for a day or two or even a week, it'll be 2 weeks or a month. You'll stretch that big story out and you'll be laughing about it. The key is to laugh now because you're going to be laughing about it 2 months from now anyway. Lesson number 6 is shop early and often. Once again, this goes along with lesson number 2. Don't wait till the last moment to shop for essentials like batteries and chocolate chip cookies. You should always have a good stock of these on hand. Lesson number 7 is Thomas Edison doesn't get the credit he deserves. It takes us being without power for us to really appreciate how much we depend on it. And with that being said, we need to be better stewards of power when we do have it. We need to conserve it better. We need to appreciate it better because Lord knows when we're without it how much we miss it. Lesson number 8 is be thankful for what you have because things could always be worse. You have all read the same stories I have, and most of us really have to count our blessings because things really could have been much worse. And that being said, anybody that's ever visited the 9th Ward in New Orleans and seen the damage caused by Hurricane Katrina know exactly what I'm talking about. Lesson number 9 is cultivate relationships during good times. You never know when you'll need them during tough times. We had a couple of trees fall across the road leading to our house and our court, and we were able to call our landscaper, Jim Houston, who dropped everything on a Sunday morning and came out and cleared the trees for us. Why? Because we have a great relationship with him. The golden rule really does work. And finally, lesson number 10. During a crisis, it really does help to have friends and family. Friends and family you can go to for a shower or for a good home-cooked meal or for a place to hang out after dark, or even to fix your generator. Or in the case of our son John, friends you can party with until after the storm passes. Yep, it really does help.
But don't forget lesson number 1, John.
There you have it, the 10 lessons I learned from Hurricane Irene. Now, if you enjoyed this Uncle Vic, please feel free to pass it on to a friend. And for a text version of this Uncle Vic, or for past Uncle Vics or Fit Tips, please visit our website at www.brickbodies.com. We'd also like to hear from you if you have any comments or suggestions. Please just use the form below and send it to us. And finally, we close every Uncle Vic with a thought for the day. But today it's not going to be a thought for the day. It's going to be something we overheard in Starbucks. And two women were talking to each other, and the one woman was complaining that her son had not called her to see how she was doing after Hurricane Irene. And the other woman said, "You be sure to lay a guilt trip on him," to which she replied, "Don't worry, I'm the travel agent for guilt trips." So until we meet again, that's it from good old Uncle Vic.